Now we will write properties of electric field lines. In the examination, you will be asked write two properties of electric field lines, or if the question is for 3 marks, you will be asked to write the 3 properties of electric field lines. So you will remember looking at the diagram itself. If you recall the diagram, recalling the diagram itself, you can write the properties. 1. Now we will write the first property. Now we have already understood that if it is a case of plus Q charge, then we have written that it is the electric field lines are along this direction. That is, they originate from this. So plus Q, this is as good as Q greater than 0. So if you got minus Q charge, so in such cases we wrote that the direction in the reverse direction we wrote. So this is the direction in which electric field lines is available. This is possible when Q is less than 0. This diagram we have already marked. Looking at the diagram, you can say that the first property is electric field lines always originate from positive charge. So electric field lines always originate from positive charge, or otherwise whenever Q is greater than 0, in such cases electric field lines will be always originating from Q, and in case of Q less than 0, they terminate in minus Q charge. Looking at the diagram, if you write electric field lines, you will write electric field lines originate from plus Q charge, or Q greater than 0, and terminate in minus Q charge, or Q less than 0. So this is the first property. So electric field lines always originate from plus Q charge. Always they get terminated in minus Q charge. Now the second property. Whenever you write the electric field lines, you will remember that if this is plus Q charge, here we have got a minus Q charge. So we cannot. So if this is the direction of electric field, so we cannot expect that two electric field lines intersect. There will not be any possibility of if you got a plus Q charge, both are plus Q charge, the electric field lines are moving along this direction. It is impossible to have two electric field lines intersecting. So if the charge has plus Q charge has got the electric field line along this direction, this plus Q charge, if it produces electric field lines, it may go up to this, but it never crosses. It can just take a turn. It just should move along this direction or along this direction. It cannot intercept. This is the important property of electric field lines. We can say that it is not possible, or otherwise no two electric field lines, no two TWO2 electric field lines, no two electric field lines intersect. That is, they will not cross each other. If they cross, the meaning of saying that if you got a plus Q charge here, another plus Q charge is here, if you write that this is the direction of the electric field due to this, this is the direction of electric field due to this, if they intersect, the meaning of saying that they are intersecting, it is as good as saying this electric field is traveling along this direction, the electric field is traveling along this direction. So we know that no, it is impossible to have at the same instant of time two particles available at two different places. Hence this is not valid. The case is failure. Therefore it is impossible. No two electric field lines intersect each other. So this is the important aspect. You will remember that no two electric field lines intersect. Now in case of the third important thing is, now if you got a plus Q charge here and you got a minus Q charge here, we wrote in all the cases this is how the diagram forms. So from plus Q charge it goes to the minus Q charge. It is impossible to have a closed loop in case of charges. In case of magnetism, we'll write that it is possible to have a closed loop. But in case of electrostatics or charges, the third important is it is impossible to have electric field lines in closed path. Electric field lines, that is electric field lines do not form closed loop. Do not form closed loop. Now remember that why only the second property and third property has been underlined. Why not for the first or the fourth or fifth? So the idea of having this underlined is we should remember that it is impossible to have two electric field lines intersecting. If they say that the physics will not be valid, it is because that a person cannot be found at the same time at two different places. It is as good as that the electric field is moving at a different direction at the same interval of time, which is not true. Hence, you will remember that that is the idea behind which this has been underlined. Also, in case of magnetism, we do write that magnetic field line do form closed loop, but in case of magnetism, when we write, we will have a pair of poles, positive and negative. We will not be able to get only positive or otherwise north pole or south pole. Both north and south poles are available in total in case of magnetism. Therefore, they give rise to closed loop. In case of charges, it is possible for us to have only a plus Q charge and only a minus Q charge. Henceforth, electric field lines do not form closed loop. Now, fourth property we will write. We have written the third property, we will write the fourth property. So fourth property of electric field lines is like this. Consider that a figure we are going to say that here we have got 30 coulomb of charge. So the amount of charge available is 30 coulomb. Now if you got a charge of 50 coulomb here, the number of electric field lines due to this will be enormous. The electric field lines due to this is less because the amount of charge present here is less. The amount of charges present here is more. More the number of charges, the electric field line strength will be more. Less the number of charges, the electric field lines will be weak. So that means to say that electric field lines will be more, the electric field line strength will be more. If the amount of charge present is more, electric field lines value will be less, or otherwise the electric field lines will be weak. Here in this case it is weak, here it is in this case it is strong. Strong electric field is possible only when the amount of charge taken into account is more. Electric field strength will be weak if instead of 30, if you say that I have got 2 coulomb of charges. In such cases, the electric field produced due to the 2 coulomb charge will be less, here it will be more. So fourth property we will write electric field lines are crowded. We will write the fourth property, electric field lines. Electric field lines are crowded. Crowded indicates the electric field line is stronger. Electric field lines are strong. Electric field lines are not crowded. Indicates the electric field lines. Electric field lines are weak. So the meaning of saying is the strong electric field, weak electric field is the amount of charge present, the quantum of charges present is more number of electric field is produced, therefore the lines will be very close to each other. In case of electric field lines are not crowded, it indicates that the electric field lines are far apart, and it indicates that the number of electric lines is less, the strength of the charge is less. So this is the fourth property we have got. Now we will write electric field lines, the direction of, now we will write electric field line due to electric field lines. We will write the next property or the diagram. Electric field line due to, right, we already mentioned it, we will still write electric field lines due to two positive charges. We already mentioned it, still we will write two positive charges. Electric field lines due to two positive charges. That is, here you have got a charge plus Q and here you have got a plus Q charge. So in cases we already mentioned that if the charges are one and the same, that is positive, they originate. So this is how the direction of electric field will be. So they originate from positive, and if you write, this will not come. Now this is how the direction of the electric field is available. So this is we are going to get. This is the direction of electric field if both the charges are positive. So if both the charges are positive, the direction what you have indicated, it indicates that the electric field is moving away from this. So this is the direction in which it is taking place. Electric field line due to two positive charges. You remember that. So since these two are positive charges, in case of positive charges, they originate. The arrow indicates that it is moving away. On the other hand, if you take these two charges as negative charges, in such cases, change the direction, so make it towards it, and that forms the figure for it. So electric field line due to two positive charges. Now we have already written, still we will write electric field line due to a pair of unlike charges. Pair of unlike charges. So in case of unlike charges, we have got a plus Q charge here. We have got here a minus Q charge. The magnitude of the charges are one and the same. They are separated by a distance. Now we know that in case of positive charge, they originate, therefore they move away. In case of negative charge, they should terminate. This is the direction in which. Now when you write like this, so this is how the formation of figure takes place, or with the direction of electric field lines is this gives the direction. On no occasion you should write that this overlapping this. So when this line crosses this, it means to say that what we have written in the previous case, that is impossible. So we have written that it is not possible to have two electric field lines intersect. Now the next concept will be what is called as electric flux. Electric flux, we will write what is electric flux. Now we will introduce a new concept, what is called as electric flux. So electric flux is written to be equal to phi. So this is the symbol. So when you write this as the symbol, so this can be still be written to be, instead of writing phi, since it is electric flux, it can be still be written to be equal to phi A. When we write it is equal to phi A, flux due to electrostatic field or electric field. Electric flux can be written to be equal to phi, or otherwise this can be equal to phi of E. So since the chapter is electrostatics, we are not writing the flux to be equal to phi, because the chapter itself is due to electrostatic, the flux is due to electric field, therefore electric flux is written to be equal to simply equal to right. Now consider a case like this. We will write a diagram like this. So this is the diagram we are going to write. Remember that when we write lines like this, when parallel lines are drawn, whether it is a case of electrostatics, when parallel lines are drawn, whether it is a case of electrostatics or magnetism, when parallel lines are drawn, it indicates that the field is uniform. When parallel lines are drawn, the electric field is uniform. If it is a case of magnetism, when the parallel lines are drawn, it indicates that the uniform magnetism. On the other hand, if you draw parallel lines very close to each other, if you draw parallel lines very close to each other, if you draw parallel lines apart, so if you look into these two diagrams, here in this diagram we have got a number of parallel lines drawn. Here we have got, in the same area we have got only a few lines drawn. When a large number of lines are drawn parallel, it indicates that this is a strong electric field. This is a strong magnetic field. If it is a case of electrostatics, the field is very strong. We call it as strong electric field. if you look into this, we have drawn only parallel lines. The parallel lines indicates that it is uniform electric field, uniform magnetic field, but the distance of separation is more. In order to indicate that, though it is uniform, so in order to indicate that the electric field or magnetic field is not strong, we always pictorially represent it by drawing lines not parallel to each other, but the distance of separation is less. So when the distance of separation is less and they are parallel, though it is uniform electric or magnetic field, the electric field or magnetic field is weak. When you draw lines parallel to each other and the lines are very close, it indicates that electric field or magnetic field is very strong. Now we will write like this. So this is parallel lines we are going to draw. So this is the parallel lines we are going to draw. Now this is the direction in which the parallel lines have been drawn. Now this is the direction in which now we have drawn the parallel line. Since we have drawn the parallel line, since the lines are parallel, since the lines are parallel, it indicates that uniform electric field is available. Now, what is meant by electric flux? We will remember, we will study. Now, if you study the electric flux, so these are the direction in which electric field is available. We will mark this to be equal to E. Now, what is the total amount of electric field available in this area gives rise to what is called as electric flux. Electric flux is nothing but the electric field available in this area. The area, take into account the area, how much electric field available in this complete area, the electric field available, this enclosed area is called as the electric flux. Or otherwise, looking at the diagram, you can simply say that electric flux is, mathematically if you write that, we have written that flux to be equal to phi. So therefore this is equal to, what is the strength of the field? The strength of the field is E into E. Now if the area of this rectangle, square or rhombus, anything like that, if you write the area to be ds, and therefore it is E into ds. Or otherwise, since this is a dot product, this is a this is a scalar product, so this can be nothing but equal to E ds into cos theta. Therefore, in case of electric flux is nothing but equal to E dot ds. So E dot ds, here you have got a vector E, here you have got a vector ds, and multiplication, this turns out to be a scalar quantity. Therefore, this is called as the dot product. And dot product, therefore you get this as E ds into cos theta. Now, what is electric flux? Electric flux is the amount of electric field available in this particular area of reference. The amount of electric field available in the given area is called as the electric flux. Now, we will write what is electric flux now. Electric flux, how it is defined? Electric flux can be defined as electric flux is defined as the total number of electric field lines. Total number of electric field lines. Total number of electric field lines that pass through that surface normally. Now, electric flux. So, defining electric flux is defined as the total number of electric field lines. How much electric field lines are passing in this area, and it is called the electric flux. Mathematically, we will write mathematically, if you write electric flux is equal to, this is vector E dot vector ds. This is dot product. So flux is also equal to E ds into cos theta. So whenever theta becomes equal to 0, the flux will be more. Whenever theta becomes equal to 90 degree, there will not be any flux available. That is, so if I got a If you got charges or electric field perpendicular to this area, then the flux will be more. If the electric field is parallel to this, then the flux is equal to 0. Mathematically, this is the expression we are going to write, and now we will write. So what is the SI unit of electric flux, and we will continue. Wait. Now we will write what is the SI unit of electric flux. 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 Yes. Now we have written that flux is equal to E into ds. So this is what we have written. E dot ds is equal to flux. Therefore SI unit, if you write flux, electric field we have written it to be equal to Newton per Coulomb. Electric field is represented by Newton per Coulomb. This is the area, therefore this is equal to meter square. This is the unit available. We will write dimensions. Now SI unit of electric field, we will write dimensions. Dimensions of electric flux. Now you have written that electric field is equal to, flux is equal to E. So also we know that F flux is equal to F by Q into this is equal to area. So force, we have written that this is to be equal to F is equal to Ma. So this is equal to Ma. We are writing SI and dimensions. Therefore F is equal to Ma. This is I into T. Now this is area is equal to meter square. Therefore this is length square. This is equal to length square. Therefore mass m to the power of 1. Acceleration L to the power of 1, T to the power of minus 2. This is the dimension of force. So length is L to the power of 2. In the denominator, current is measured in ampere, time in second, T to the power of 1. Putting together all this, now we have got m to the power of 1, L to the power of 1, L to the power of 2. This is L to the power of plus 3, 1 plus 2. T comes to the numerator, therefore T to the power of minus 3 into A to the power of minus 1. This is A to the power of minus 1. The dimension of electric flux is m to the power of 1, L to the power of 3, T to the power of minus 3 and A to the power of minus 1.